It's the WSJM Morning Show for Monday, October 6th, 2025, 7 a.m. on the East Coast. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel's right there. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
How are you?
Lundberg. I'm good.
I'm good. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday to you.
Let's see. We were going to talk this hour a little bit about our weekends. Going to talk a little bit about Tesla.
Yeah.
Going to talk a little bit about 3i Atlas. Oh, yeah. Now is a very exciting time for astronomers, folks who are looking for alien life, comet watchers, anybody who likes looking skyward and understanding or just kind of asking that question, are we alone? This is an exciting time.
All right.
Because 3i Atlas is making its closest swing to Mars as we speak. And
kind of like a drive-through.
But yeah, going through the drive-through window of Mars, the Martian drive-through. Can I have a Mars Rock milkshake, please?
Right.
And so and a pumpkin spice latte. And so the all of the satellites, all the cameras on anything and everything we have available to us in the area of Mars,
right? Whether
it's NASA or the European Space Agency or who knows what China might have up there. They're all pointing their cameras at 3i Atlas right now to try to figure out, can we get a good, clear picture of what this thing is? If you Google it up, 3i Atlas, and if you look at some of the images that are being shared on social media,
3i Atlas sounds like a great name for like an alternative rock band.
I was thinking a tire.
I've
got the 3i Atlas on. So the pictures that are out there so far, people are dissecting them, looking at them. A lot of amateurs are doing this.
Oh, sure.
But at the same time, it looks very unusual. This 3i Atlas, if it's anything, it's testing the bounds of knowledge of any of our physicists, space scientists, etc. Because they're looking at this thing going, it is not anything of what we expected it to be.
Right.
And Avi Loeb is the Harvard astrophysicist who keeps saying, no, it's alien technology. Yeah, that's because it's alien technology.
Right.
That kind of thing. And
then, while school's off, he also gets you out of your timeshare.
Yes. And he is probably the second most trusted timeshare cancel guy.
Definitely.
Those commercials. My goodness. I know they pay the bills, but come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Anyway, so 3i Atlas, if you're interested in that, we'll be talking about that and answer the question, does it pose a threat to Earth?
Well, yeah, I guess so. So this is traveling at 130,000 miles an hour. That's a speedy number.
It is going at 100, and somebody made the comparison this last weekend of that it goes 600 times faster than our fastest race cars. Okay. And so I decided to do the math on that, and that would mean our fastest race cars can go 321 miles an hour. Do we have a car that goes 321 miles an hour? Because that's fast.
Yeah.
We do?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's not in the parking lot. But...
Oh, because I was just going to look. I want to drive it just for fun. Got new tires. Going to be talking about that for a year. Anyway, so 3i Atlas is going incredibly fast, and hopefully we'll have some good pictures to take a look at. Don't know if what's on social media is actually real right now. Can't believe I just said that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
You can't trust the internet?
I know, right? Question.
Mind blown.
Yeah, it's a mixture of X-Files and Ronald Reagan. Trust but verify.
Right.
All right, we will come right back in just a couple of moments. We've got local news. I want to say good morning. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, others. Good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. We'll continue with news in just a moment.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit,
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
WSJM News now. Team coverage from the WSJM newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Did you like the dramatic pause there?
I did.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to put more of those in.
Or we just go.
Yeah. All right. Good morning and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show for Monday, October 6th. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me is Mike Weibel. It's 7:05 a.m. We have 63 degrees in Benton Harbor and clear skies, 66 in St. Joseph, and 65 in South Haven. In New Buffalo, it's 64 and 62 degrees in Niles right now. Get used to those 60-degree temperatures.
Yeah.
As a high.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing because it's fall.
Right.
We are officially in autumn right now, but we don't have the temperatures to match because today it's going to be another summer-like day.
Yes.
Today we're going to get back up to 85 degrees in the warmest spots of Southwest Michigan, probably around 80 degrees Benton Harbor, St. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Partly sunny skies today, breezy, very warm. There is a slight chance, a 20% chance of rain late in the day. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 25 miles per hour. And then tonight, mostly cloudy and warm, a 50% chance of rain overnight, low overnight of 60, and the southwest winds continuing. And then the winds shift. On Tuesday, the southwest winds are going to become northwest 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 25, and bringing in mostly cloudy skies and cooler conditions. A 50% chance of rain showers tomorrow, 50% chance of rain showers tomorrow, with probably a high around 68 degrees. And we're going to keep that for a high on Wednesday and probably Thursday as well. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to have a high probably in the 70s somewhere.
So this time of year, October, early part of November, is the best time to take lake photos of like the pier.
Why is that?
Because the clouds flatten out. So you get this nice kind of spread of clouds, and usually you'll get a reflection of the sun up on the clouds. So October, November is kind of like prime time for if you're out of the beach, you go down to Gene Clock and you grab a picture. The sun is moving back south again, so it gets on the other side of the lighthouse.
That sounds very nice.
Good stuff.
Okay. Photo tips from Mike Weibel.
There you go.
Here on WSJM. Okay. Tigers. Let's see. The Tigers lost to the Seattle Mariners yesterday. We'll have the full sports report. It's coming up in just a few moments. They've got the series tied now. They're playing the Seattle Mariners for the AL division title, and so the series is tied 1-1. It's only game 2, so we have time. So Tigers coming back. No game scheduled today. The series resumes tomorrow. You can hear it right here on WSJM. Cubbies over the weekend. Let's see. They lost a game to the Milwaukee Brewers. They'll play game 2. So again, Brewers lead the series 1-0 so far against the Cubs. All right. Full sports report coming up in just a few moments. First off, news from the WSJM newsroom. A 16-year-old boy has been found dead in Baldwin Lake in Cass County. The sheriff's department says deputies were called out Saturday morning to the Willow Shores campground on US 12 in Porter Township after the family of Kyle McManus, who was autistic, reported him missing. Multiple agencies joined the search by land and water. A canine indicated McManus had entered the lake. A sheriff's drone later spotted him under the water at about 3 p.m. The dive team recovered his body, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. The investigation continues. A man has died and another injured in an ATV crash in Ottawa County. It happened Saturday night. Deputies say the crash happened just before 9 p.m. in Allendale Township when a 43-year-old Grand Rapids man driving northeast on South Cedar Drive failed to navigate a turn onto 90th Avenue. The ATV left the road and rolled. It ejected the driver, pronounced dead at the scene. A 22-year-old passenger was hospitalized with injuries that are not considered life-threatening. The new state budget adds nearly $2 billion for local road work funded through a new 24% marijuana tax and changes to how gas tax revenue is distributed. Van Buren County Road Commission Managing Director Brett Witkowski, also heard from time to time here on WSJM, says he's been tracking the budget process closely with the County Road Association of Michigan and notes Republican lawmakers had initially pushed for even more funding.
Initially, it started out as a $3 billion increase that was agreed upon by pretty much all sides. I think it's going to end up being $1.8 to $2 billion.
Witkowski says while the total is less than lawmakers first wanted, it's still a significant boost. Van Buren County will receive about $4.3 million more next year.
Anything's better than what we've been getting. I ran our numbers our revenue through the gas tax from 2020 to the end of September is during that period is $8 million behind the rate of inflation. So we are losing about $1.5 million just to keep up with inflation.
Berrien County will see an additional $7.3 million, and Cass County will have about $3.4 million. Witkowski cautions that rising construction costs could delay some projects. And the Michigan Department of Natural Resources is asking voters to share their input through a new online survey. The Department of Natural Resources says responses will help guide investments in boating facilities, amenities, and infrastructure using funds from boat registration fees and part of the state gas tax. The department wants feedback on potential upgrades such as parking improvements, additional launch piers, and in and out services. The survey link is available on our website. That's WSJM.com. That's a look at some of the local news that we're covering in the WSJM newsroom. We have more to talk about in a few moments. Tesla teasing that they might have something new to talk about.
Oh, boy.
Coming up tomorrow. Yeah, so we'll talk about it today, what we know so far. That's in just a few moments right here on the WSJM Morning Show. We've got the video live stream up and operating on YouTube and on Facebook and on the WSJM Smart app. Right now, let's get some sports in. Dave Wolf is out, so let's see what we've got.
Sports on the Michigan News Network.
We have sports. We have sports.
We have sports.
We have sports.
News Talk Sports.
Yeah. So Friday, remember, we had Emily Hackworth come in from the city of St. Joe.
Yeah.
And she was talking about the busking day, Saturday morning busking day. So Samuel and Stephanie and I, we got up early. Well, we got Samuel up early. That kid can sleep till like 11 o'clock if you let him.
Oh, yeah. When I was that age, that was...
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but still.
Did not get enough sleep.
Yeah, I still remember my mom running the vacuum on Saturday mornings, and I was thinking, why? Right. Why would you ever do that? And it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Right. Got to get something done. Anyway, so Samuel, we got him up before 9 o'clock, which is early. So he's kind of grumpy most of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the day.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he was hangry. He was grumpy. He had just gone to the homecoming football game the night before where Niles like trounced on their opponent. But anyway, so we went downtown St. Joseph to check out the live music performances. And that's that. We were actually very pleasantly surprised. It was a lot of fun. A friend of ours was playing the vibraphone on one of the street corners.
Okay.
Do you know what a vibraphone is?
I do not.
Okay. You know what a xylophone is?
Yes.
If you look at the vibraphone, you would say xylophone. It's not a xylophone, but it looks exactly the same.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. No, actually, it has this one in particular. I don't know if all the vibraphones have this, but you can plug it in to a power source, and there's some kind of internal thing in the tubes where the musical notes come out, and I don't know if it's wind or something like that, but it vibrates the noise. So instead of like it goes a whoa, 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 that kind of thing. Yeah, tremolo. Yeah, exactly. And so and then other things we were talking about is like marimba. I think that's it. Marimba, xylophone, vibraphone, all very different instruments for those who know. For people like you and me, it's like, oh yeah, xylophone.
Yeah, the xylophone that plugs in.
And it was so funny because the player of the xylophone, Gary, he said, I was thinking about wearing my shirt saying, "This is not a xylophone." So it's clearly a thing for that segment of the population. But it was beautiful music, and even not plugged in because he didn't want to lug around his portable power supply. Not plugged in, it was making beautiful music, and you could hear it like all up and down the street, like half a block. Wow, yeah, it was beautiful. Cool. Yeah, it was really cool. Even you could even hear it over the music. Some of the other retailers were playing out of their, their regular music playlists. Like New Kids on the Block were playing over here, and the vibraphone was here. So
the vibraphone was winning.
Yeah, we did not go down and see The Magician.
Oh, you didn't?
No, because Stephanie.
Yeah, you said you were going to.
I was going to sneak her over there. Well, he wasn't on till noon, and we were down there earlier in the day, and so we did end up going to Antiques on the Bluff.
Okay.
And it was a great turnout. A lot of people there, and a ton of stuff. From the vendors.
Cool stuff? Or
I think so. Stuff? I think it was cool stuff. I love seeing the old toys because those are kind of fun. Yeah. And I can, keep elbowing Sam. It's like, oh yeah, I used to play with that. Oh yeah, I used to play with that.
Dad, it has pedals. Why does it have pedals?
Well, it's like there was somebody who had a new in the package. Well, not new, but in the package, jacks.
Oh, yeah.
So like a dozen jacks or whatever it was, and a ball.
Yeah.
In the package, and I pointed it to him, and I said, Sam, before we had smartphones, that's what kids played with instead of Candy Crush that Mike's playing all the time.
Yeah.
This.
Did you ever play marbles?
I loved marbles.
I did. We occasionally, but we never really got into playing marbles.
Yeah.
Which I always, because you'd watch TV and see
kids
play marbles.
Little Rascals.
Like, yeah.
We didn't actually play like they play. We mostly did collecting and trading.
Right.
Did you ever have any? So did you ever collect any marbles?
No, not really. I'm not much of a collector.
Okay, so the glass marbles, which is really an art form, how they do that. The glass marbles are cool, and some of them have the cat eye in it. Some of them are clear, but every now and again, somebody would bring in ball bearings from their dad's workplace or something like that, and those are called the Steelies.
Steelies.
Yeah, Steelies were really cool because if you use them against the marbles, you could break the glass.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Terminator.
Bernice, good morning. Another beautiful summer day today. That is true. That is correct. All right, we've got to get back to our weather forecast right now. It's WSJM.
A mix of sun and clouds, very warm and a bit breezy. Highs low to mid-80s. A front arrives tonight, bringing scattered showers, lows near 60. Showers expected for the first half of our Tuesday. Much cooler tomorrow, highs upper 60s. We'll stay in the mid to upper 60s through Thursday, drying out and seeing sun return, warming to around 70 by Friday. I'm WSBT 22 meteorologist Jessica Burns.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
What?
Nothing. I'm looking at the Tesla.
Oh, the Tesla rumor.
Yeah.
The Tesla rumor that's out there. It's 7:17. Good morning and welcome to the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. It's Monday, October 6th. Mike Weibel is here with us. And we were talking about Tesla because over social media on X, on formerly known as Twitter, on X, Tesla posted a teaser video sparking speculation that the car maker could be gearing up to release a new car. A new car. The first video posted on Sunday shows a spinning component, which many online said could be an internal component of a vehicle. The video ends with the numbers 10-7, basically indicating tomorrow's date. I didn't get internal component. I looked at it and I saw potentially a wheel, like a hubcap. I don't know. Did you see it? Did you see the video?
No, I have not.
Okay. All right. So anyway, but it could be like a fan. Maybe it's an AI fan. Who knows?
Could be.
A second video also posted yesterday shows the headlights of a car for these two ominous little headlights that come up. Yeah. The teasers have sparked conversation online among analysts as well as to what Tesla is up to. Two theories have emerged. The first is that it could be the next generation roadster vehicle that Tesla CEO Elon Musk has been promising for years. The second theory is that Tesla could be about to unveil its long-awaited mass market model, like a Volkswagen or something like that, like a little Bug. How cool would that be?
Yeah. Those are going to retool the Y model.
Oh, yeah? Which one is the Y model?
It's like the SUV kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. They need to retool that.
With the wing doors in the back,
Oh.
It's cool. I mean, it's a cool little car, but the retooled version looks even sharper.
Okay. When you say even sharper, now I have issues with your taste because I look at the Y model, the SUV that they have.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit funky.
It does.
I like the regular, is it the X model or whatever the passenger car is?
Oh,
I like the passenger car.
Right.
But you go to the SUV model, it just looks like you get that feeling you get a bubble in your indigestion.
Yes.
It looks like that. It looks like heartburn about ready to come out.
Well, I'm not a fan of the Cybertruck.
No. I don't think anybody is.
Yeah.
Except for Elon.
Yeah. I just can't.
No.
The
Cybertruck is just hideous.
It looks like somebody built a larger version of a Matchbox car that I had when I was a kid. It's like, what?
Have you ever seen anyone actually use it as a truck? Like put dirt in the back or like a piece of lumber or something like that?
I mean, because it's got the lid that goes down, so you don't really know if anybody puts
Oh,
anything
that's
in there or
true.
not.
It does have the lid. Huh. Yeah, why would you have well, anyway, can you access the back, the tailgate area from, the bed of the truck from
I'm
the inside?
assuming it's a truck, but who knows?
No, but I mean from the cab. From the cab, can you get to the bed?
Probably.
Huh.
I know some GM trucks you can do that. Fold down the seat and it enters, goes to the back.
Yeah. So I mean that would be useful, but I mean otherwise, why?
Yeah,
I don't understand. But we used to see some around town. Haven't seen that recently. Have you seen them recently?
There's one that's where I haven't seen it in a couple of weeks, but I see it pretty regularly on Hilltop. So I don't know who that is. Sorry if I've offended your choice of vehicles, but it's just my personal opinion.
No, it's okay. They know it's ugly. That's why they bought it.
Yeah.
Musk has Musk has teased the next generation Roadster concept since at least November 2017, and he did it again in 2018 in a series of tweets. Elon Musk, the half-trillionaire, has since hyped the vehicle, repeatedly said in September on X that the new Roadster is something special, something beyond a car. Beyond. Musk has a history of promising things that are not delivered on time or, et cetera, not delivered altogether.
He's a visionary.
He is a visionary. Meanwhile, Tesla has been saying a cheaper mass market car will hit the market this year. However, Musk has confirmed this lower cost offering will effectively be a stripped down Model Y.
Oh, okay.
Stripped down. For investors, a mass market model is seen as a key to revitalizing Tesla's sales. While Tesla reported a jump in auto deliveries in the third quarter of the year, this was attributed to pull forward in demand due to the expiration of the federal tax credit, like we talked about. In the quarter before that, Tesla reported a delivery decline. The company has seen a continuous slump in sales in Europe, and it continues to face heavy competition in China, another key market, which, by the way, in your algorithm, do you ever get technology stuff from China?
Yeah.
Does it? Tell me what you see. I mean, because I see stuff like bridges, I see cars, I see little nanobots and stuff like that. And most of it, I challenge, it probably has a problem with reality.
Yes.
But they purport, for instance, that they can build a bridge like in 2 months over the widest gap of the whatever river. Yeah. So it just seems like the algorithm from some of these social medias, some of them China-based, the social media, seem to be, I don't know, propagandizing this stuff and sending it over going, we're better than you. We can do this faster and better than you. It's just really interesting.
My daughter has to go to China for work.
Yeah.
And she says the cars over there, though, are like a step above, especially electric cars.
So they are real.
Yeah. She says it's like you go places and you'll see them and you sit in one or what, and it's like, this is space age compared to what we have.
Do they have like disco lights inside of them?
Yeah,
very
like
shiny
recliners and big TVs, and I mean,
jeez,
yeah,
wow, huh? Maybe we'll have to we should do a remote show. We can go to China, broadcast from there for a little while.
Dave would be up for that.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah,
we'll find a couple of sponsors down to right.
Right.
Chinese players have been launching low cost offerings of the EVs in Europe and elsewhere, obviously Asia, putting a lot of pressure on Tesla to release a model at around the 25,000 to 30,000 mark. And again, I mean, if social media is to be believed, the electric cars in China are much less expensive than that, much more affordable, for a mass market. So interesting stuff. Time to buy your energy stocks.
Not a bad idea.
If you can sell anything to China,
an electric infrastructure, because they have to build the grid.
Yeah, got to build the grid. I'm going to invest in the little plugs. I think the plugs, like a universal plug to charge your car, because everyone's going to be losing their adapters.
Right. Well, so I just heard that because my California kids have a Tesla.
Yeah.
And they were saying that a lot of the other, what is the other car that I think it's GM, that basically made a deal with Tesla that have an adapter. So you can charge at a Tesla spot, which usually there'll be like 10 Tesla chargers and then 2 generic chargers.
Yeah.
But now you can basically.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. So Tesla, anyway, so tomorrow is the day that they'll be unveiling that. They probably won't do it in time for the WSJM morning show, though they should. They should probably just announce it right here. Yeah.
Sort of like Taylor Swift did last week.
Oh my goodness. Have you listened to the album yet?
No.
Really?
No.
He said with disgust in his voice. Both Stephanie and I, we appreciate Taylor. I wouldn't go as far to say as we're Swifties, but we do appreciate Taylor Swift. I mean, she made the evolution from country popish to
she's a force to be reckoned with.
She's a force to be reckoned with. Apparently they had a movie to release her album.
I heard that too. Yeah.
And I guess it showed everywhere. I don't know. Give me some Led Zeppelin. I think I'd be all right.
So there was actually one of the economists I listened to actually called it the Swift effect.
Oh, what's that?
So after COVID, and we were coming out of COVID, and people were trying to get, what's the economy, how faster get things recover. Taylor Swift would come into a town and do like 3 nights, and talked about the financial revenue that was brought into those cities,
huge,
and how much she was stimulating the economy as she. So here's one artist is coming in and measurably stimulating the economy because she's just so huge.
That's incredible. Yeah. That's incredible. Yeah.
So thanks, Taylor.
Thanks, Taylor.
Yeah.
Her album is interesting. It's you know how they mark some songs as explicit and some songs not.
Right.
A lot more songs than I imagined were
explicit.
Were marked as explicit.
She says naughty words, or
well,
what?
I don't know that she says naughty words. There may be a lot of innuendos.
Oh.
Innuendos, because
so
a lot of
maturing.
Well, she's 35,
right?
She's 35, and a lot of people were saying, "Don't throw shade." That means negativity. Don't throw
I know what that means.
Don't throw shade on Taylor because she's she's an adult. She's making music, and so anyway, I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Her next album will be called "How You Doing."
How you doing?
How you doing by Taylor Swift.
But I think the overall album, the vibe I get from it is it's a love letter to Travis, and and it's a see you later to all the others.
We all write a love letter to Travis.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. Dear Travis, thank you for your podcast.
Right, you're the best. Catch one for me, Travis.
All right, can we get to space? I want to talk about space. Let's talk about.
You do.
Let's talk about 3i Atlas again. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there are 2 different angles I want to touch on. We only have time for a couple minutes here on this angle of it. But 3i Atlas. The reason they call it 3i, do you know why?
No.
3i because it's the 3rd interstellar object that we have seen.
Okay.
And detected and followed through our solar system.
So it's not very creative.
Well, I mean, it's pretty creative. 3i, and then Atlas is the name of the telescope where they first saw it.
Again.
Okay.
A bunch of astronomers. What are we going to call it? Well, it's the 3rd thing we've seen, so let's call it 3. And it's interstellar, so let's go with I. And what do we see it? We saw it on the Atlas telescope.
Yeah, what
3i
telescope?
Atlas. There we go.
Yeah, 3i Atlas. Well, the astrophysicist who probably saw it, the first to see it, probably didn't want his name associated with it in case it was an alien piece of technology.
Right, exactly.
Atlas. We'll call it Atlas. Anyway,
here comes the Lundberg.
So, are you familiar? No. Are you familiar with the WOW signal?
No.
Okay. The WOW, I wasn't either, but the WOW signal is so we always have stuff like SETI, search for extraterrestrial intelligence. Yeah. We always have stuff out there that's listening for signals. And there was a radio burst at some point where the monitor of it circled the radio burst and wrote right next to it, "Wow," with an exclamation point. And so that's become known as the WOW signal. It was discovered back in 1977. A radio telescope at Ohio State University detected a 72-second radio burst from space. Astronomer Jerry Amon circled the printout with a red pen, and he wrote the word "wow" beside it. "Wow!" exclamation point. We've never heard that kind of signal again. There was no follow-up. It was just a one-time 72-second burst in a narrow-band radio frequency that has puzzled researchers for years. Ever since then, they have no idea why or what it was. A 72-second radio burst. There have been theories.
Alien burp or what?
Something. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was very odd. And so there have been theories, and now we have a new theory, and it's related to 3i Atlas.
Of course we do.
Yes. And it came from the same guy who said 3i Atlas probably has aliens on it. It's an alien technology, Avi Loeb. As you imagine, he basically it's confirmation theory, right? Everything that he sees that's weird or something about confirms what he was thinking. And he posits that the mysterious wow signal might have a source. It is 3i Atlas, because basically that signal came from the same direction as to where 3i Atlas is coming from. So that, yeah, they triangulate, and he says there's like about a 0.06% that the signal came from anywhere else. So yeah, he crunched the numbers. He found that the object and the wow signal came from the same direction, and the chances of that being a random alignment about 0.6%. So in other words, he don't believe in coincidence.
No.
Yeah. The other thing is that what it would take, because it was back in 1977, that would have been, of course, about 600 astronomical units away.
Okay.
Probably about the same distance between the Cubs and the World Series.
Okay.
600 astronomical units, which is roughly in the neighborhood of 55 billion miles. 55 billion miles away. For a radio signal to go 55 billion miles, you'd have to have an energy source the size of a large nuclear reactor.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're saying, you could be right, Avi, but it would take this much energy. Avi says, no. I mean, we've got a Manhattan-size piece of something flying through the solar system right now, 3i Atlas, which weighs more than 55 billion tons. It's more than like 3 miles long or something like. It can hold a nuclear reactor. So I don't know. Maybe it was like a warning signal, like a
semi-truck.
Yeah, for 72 seconds. They're blowing the horn. Lift the bridge.
When they downshift, you hear the.
Yeah. Backfire. What was that? It was a backfire. Holy mackerel. Anyway, so interesting stuff nonetheless. We will continue talking about this in a moment. We'll do it on the video live stream. We've got to go.
Aliens have a sense of humor?
I sure hope so.
Like, wouldn't it be funny if, like, in the 70s, they're like, okay, let's just mess with them. Right. Okay, everybody at once, bang a pan.
Or you know what it could have been? It could have been like Two Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
And somebody left the margarita machine on.
I was thinking like Horton Hears a Who. Remember?
Yeah.
Woo, woo.
All right.
We are here. We're here.
7:32 WSJM Morning Show. We've got Bloomberg Financial Minute coming up next.
Would you call free checking?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Do aliens have a sense of humor? Do they appreciate the music of Bad Bunny?
Probably not.
Yeah. Bad Bunny making the rounds. I saw he was on Saturday Night Live.
He was.
I did not watch the Saturday Night Live broadcast, but he was poking fun at Fox News, and he basically at the end of his monologue or whatever it is, he said something in Spanish.
Right.
He's from Puerto Rico, by the way, which is part of the United States.
Right.
So he's not an international person. I still don't appreciate his music. It's fine.
Yeah.
But to me, it's nothing special. Having grown up in areas where they do play Spanish music a lot,
right,
this sounds nothing different from that. I don't understand.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, long story short, at the end of his monologue, Bad Bunny said something in Spanish, and he said, "If for those of you who don't know what I just said, sorry about that. You have 4 months to learn the language."
Yeah, he did,
because he's going to be performing at the Super Bowl. I don't know.
And then you heard. Who was it? Was it the DOJ?
Oh, ICE or somebody?
Yeah, saying that they would be enforcing immigration law at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So I mean, because folks who are here in the country illegally are probably spending $30,000 to go to the Super Bowl, right?
On the 50-yard line. Sure.
They're in the suites.
Right.
They're in the owner's suite. They're with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Watching the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see. Oh, people doing roll call on the video live stream. I like that. Teresa's there. Kevin's there. Hello. Bernice is there. Hello, Bernice. Hello. So anyway, radio signal 72 seconds long and never again. Just interesting. Maybe it was just like a star that blew up or something like that.
Yeah, totally.
72 seconds. Interesting. Wow signal. Makes you think.
Right.
All right. Mike's done talking about that.
Yeah. You lost me at 3-Eye Atlas. Creative.
Did you want to talk about coyotes?
Yeah.
Tell us about coyotes. What do we need to know about coyotes?
Okay, so it's fall, which means the young pups now are leaving the den to go find their own territory.
That's like a Disney movie.
It is kind of.
Okay.
So this is the time of year where they're kind of looking around for new habitat.
Okay.
So here are some things to be aware of to deter coyotes from coming on your property.
Oh, okay. All right.
So they say remove attractants, which is stored trash or any unsecured sealed bins, any pet food that's left outside, leaving your garage doors open so they can get in and sniff around.
Yeah.
So all that stuff that will help to deter them from setting up house in your backyard.
Okay.
Also, they encourage you to secure your pets, your cats, your small dogs.
No.
Make them either take them out on a leash or keep an eye on them, because this is the time when they're thinking about getting a Scoopy snack.
Okay.
And
Scooby snack.
Right. And then manage your yard, trim your shrubbery, eliminate hiding places, remove bird feeders that attract other small animals. And then it says to haze them. So if you do
wait, haze the coyotes?
That's what they say. Haze them.
What, like paddle them or something like that? Make them play beer pong?
No, make loud noises, throw objects, or spray them with a hose if they actually get bold enough to come on into the yard.
Spray them with a hose.
That's what
if there's a coyote or a coyote, whatever you want to say, on my property within range where I can hit them with a hose, I'm going back inside.
You probably need a better hose.
I need more high pressure. That's fun.
But I have heard that, like, if you get a little air horn or something like that, that will run them off. Yeah.
Or a wow signal.
Right. And you can seek, if you've got a problem, you can get people to come and eliminate them from your property, but with non-lethal. But yeah.
With non-lethal.
Yeah, they'll trap them, and I don't know what they do with them afterwards.
Live animal trap. Yeah, what do you do with them? Huh.
I don't know.
Maybe. You know, we used to go coyote hunting, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. My dad and I.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, it was fun to spend time with Dad and learn.
That's right.
Learn the ways. But then he eventually gained a respect, which I shared as well, for the coyotes, because they do everything they can to live.
Right.
They love life.
Yeah.
And your little kitty cats.
Right. But I mean, they're a wild dog.
Yeah.
And we like dogs.
We love dogs.
So it's like,
yeah,
I feel bad for them, but at the same time, they want to eat your
cats.
Yeah.
And dogs, and small dogs.
Yeah.
But they are, and bunny rabbits, they are, they're pretty stealthy. You don't often see them.
You don't, but like, I know, like out at Harbor Shores, when the trains come through and they blow their horns, you can be out there in the middle of the day.
Yeah. And
they'll be in the ditches and around the swamps, and you'll hear them howling. At
yeah. Really?
So they're out there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So beware of coyotes and haze them with hoses. Yes. All right. We'll be back in just a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
Ended the session little changed, while the Dow rose 239 points. The rally in tech stocks took a breather to wrap up the week, pulling back from record highs. And a deal that will create the 9th biggest bank in the U.S., Fifth Third agreed to buy Comerica for close to $11 billion. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
What do you think a negotiation between a couple of major banks is like? When, like, Fifth Third buying Comerica or vice versa or whatever?
Be, quite the
all
negotiation.
All the bankers deciding on the size of the conference room. How many bankers are anyway? So we'll talk about that in just a moment. What Bloomberg was just talking about, because you know about Fifth Third.
Yeah, I used to work at Fifth Third.
Okay, so we'll talk about that in just a few moments. But it is 7:39. It's the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. We've got a weather forecast for today that is straight out of the summer playbook. Partly sunny skies today, breezy, very warm. And a high somewhere between 80 and 85 degrees here in Southwest Michigan. It's going to be the warmest spots around 85, probably closer to the lake. We're going to get up into the upper 70s, if not breach that 80-degree mark. We will have wind today to deal with. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 25. So do be careful if you're out and about on the waterways, especially. Tonight's forecast, mostly cloudy and warm. A 50% chance of rain tonight, a low around 60. Again, we'll still contend with the wind. And then Tuesday, tomorrow, mostly cloudy, turning colder. 50% chance of showers, a high around 68. We've got more news coming up right now. Let's do the latest from ABC.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The latest development in the use of National Guard troops in American cities. ABC's Jim Ryan with more on what's happening in Portland and Chicago.
A federal judge overnight temporarily blocked the deployment of any National Guard units to Oregon. Now the Trump administration is considering sending 400 troops from Texas to Illinois to stand watch over immigration and customs enforcement activities. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker calls it, quote, Trump's invasion. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says he supports the move.
ABC's Jim Ryan in Dallas. Israel and Hamas leaders are officially meeting in Egypt today, hoping to hammer out a potential ceasefire in Gaza. The discussions come on the eve of the devastating war's second anniversary on October 7th. Government shutdown now in its sixth day. Asked on Sunday when he might start firing federal workers who are currently furloughed, President Trump said it's taking place right now, and it's all because of the Democrats. Nobel Prize in Medicine handed out this morning. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
It's the WSJM Morning Show, 741. I'm Ken Lundberg. Mike Weibel is here with me. Some of the news stories that we have coming up from the WSJM Newsroom. A 19-year-old Andrews University student has drowned in Lake Chapin in Berrien Springs. The Berrien County Sheriff's Department says emergency crews were called to the area of South Main Street around 4 p.m. Saturday on a report of a missing swimmer. Investigators learned several people were swimming toward the bridge pylons when the 19-year-old from Ohio began struggling and went under. So we'll have more on that story coming up just after 8 o'clock right here on the WSJM Morning Show. Other news, Benton Harbor fire crews called to a garage fire early Saturday morning. Authorities say the blaze broke out shortly after 5 a.m. in an alley behind 600 block of Pavone. Firefighters quickly brought that fire under control. They say that caused that fire, still under investigation. We'll have more news on that. And then Michigan lawmakers approved the state budget last week that avoided some of the deepest proposed cuts. Several programs are still taking hits. Among them, some of the workforce programs that we have here in Southwest Michigan. So we'll talk about those stories and more. It's all coming up right here on the WSJM Morning Show just after 8 o'clock. It's 7:42. We've got the Moody on the Market update coming up. But right now we've got sports from Dave Wolf after. Actually, Dave Wolf is out today. So we'll have sports in a few moments after a look at state news.
The Michigan News.
Okay. All right. Here on the WSJM Morning Show video live stream, I'm Ken Lundberg and Mike Weibel is here. What were you looking at? Oh, you were looking at the Fifth Third thing. What do you know?
Yeah. So Fifth Third acquired Co-America for...
Comerica or Co-America?
Comerica.
Comerica. Okay.
Yeah. For a deal valued at $10.9 billion. It's an all-stock deal.
Okay.
So Comerica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shareholders
will receive 1.8 Fifth Third shares for every share that they currently have.
How many? 1.8?
Yeah.
So almost 2 shares for every
one.
Huh. Okay.
And Fifth Third is like $40 a share right now. I just saw it a moment ago.
Okay.
So,
well, that's interesting.
Yeah. But it'll make them the 9th largest bank. So when I worked at Fifth Third, they were considered to be a super regional bank. So they primarily were Midwest, an Ohio bank, and and then some, you could go from Michigan to Florida and hit Fifth Third banks all the way down, but they were not on the other side of the Mississippi.
Okay.
But throughout different situations, 2008 and whatnot, they continued to acquire other little banks, and now they are the 9th largest bank in the United States.
Wow. Why?
Hats off to them.
Why is it Fifth Third? Why is it 5/3 and not 1 2/3?
So there's a couple stories on that.
Okay.
So
do you know?
Yeah. So
okay.
the two stories is the bank was located on 5th and 3rd Street in Cincinnati.
Okay.
So that was part of it. The other story is that there was a merger between the 3rd National Bank and the 5th National Bank. And they couldn't agree on a current, so they just went with 5-3, the Fifth Third Bank.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
What did I do there?
And of course, people who don't like Fifth Third would call it Fee Third.
Fee Third?
Yeah.
Because they had a lot of fees?
Yeah, they had all those fine ways to charge you something for something. So it was Fee Third.
Fee Third Bank. All right. I'm pulling up the Moody on the Market update. You want to do the boater survey, or should we talk about Meyer expansion?
Let's do boater survey.
Okay, we'll do boater survey
100.
for 100. So we'll do that. Also over the weekend, in addition to Antiques on the Bluff and the busking stuff that was happening on South State, or not on South State, on State Street. Whoops, what are we doing here? Hang on. Let's see, return. Okay, good. Sorry, the computer, I pushed something and it went to somewhere else. We, Stephanie and Samuel and I went to Benton Harbor for the Southwest Michigan Regional Airport fly-in day.
Yeah, okay.
The fly-in day.
Was that cool?
It was very cool. It was very cool. We got to see a lot of planes that were on display out on the tarmac, as it were, and they were cool. There was also a car show there, and I think the most fun. So Samuel and I mean, we can look at planes, we can look at cars all day long. Stephanie, I think her time span on a car show is limited. She's listening right now, or she's watching right now. So I'm gonna be careful. No, I'm just kidding. Her time span is limited on a car show. She says, this car show, this is about the size that I can deal with. Anything larger than this, I'm out. I'm out. So I said, okay, well, this is good. This is good.
Right.
And my dream car was there. It was like a 67 or 69 Mustang Mach 1 Fastback.
Oh, yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool. But what caught Stephanie's eye was a little yellow station wagon, a Bobcat. Remember the Bobcat?
Yeah.
And this one, I think it pretty much had a souped up engine in it. It looked fast.
A hot rod.
And it was super clean. Stephanie's like looking at the interior of it, because I think it had like tweed seats or plaid seats. It was just very cool. And the owner of the car is sitting behind the vehicle, and he says, "Hey, listen to this." And he hits a button, and the horn goes off for the Bobcat. Except it's not a horn. It's not a car horn. It's at the noise level of a car horn. It's a Bobcat growling.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
It was hilarious. It made Samuel and I jump. And she was just tickled about it. So anyway, I might get her into a hot rod. Maybe we can get her a Bobcat.
There you go.
That'd be fun. There's a panel truck there. Trying to think what else. The Gull Wing Mercedes, whatever that one is.
Yeah.
That was super
cool
nice.
car,
Yeah. That was super nice. What else was there? Yeah, other cool cars. Old cars, new cars. There was an old Mercedes Benz there. One of the old open air ones that looks, like one of the first or second generation cars.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
I noticed on Facebook Marketplace, there's a lot of cool old cars, and there's a lot of Hudsons out there.
Okay.
Which I always think is a very unique and cool car. But they're not sporty, but they're classic.
Yeah, they're classic. They're heavy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Big old heavy things. Right. So anyway, so that was cool. But then so that was outside the airport in the parking lot. Inside the airport, they had, I don't know, they were feeding people. And then outside, they had like Civil Air Patrol had a booth there.
Okay.
Tried to get Samuel to go up to it. He wouldn't do it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like, come on, Civil Air Patrol. You get to planes.
Right.
It's like, nah. I think he was hangry beyond.
Oh, yeah. Didn't want to be bothered. Didn't want to be fed.
Yeah, he was like, food. It's like, there's food right there. I don't like that food. It's like, well, then starve, you little grump. 740. You little grump. As I look up at him, you little grump, be quiet. Because he's 6'2" now.
You big little grump.
7:48. We've got the weather forecast, and we'll be right back with the Moody on the Market update. Good morning. Oh, Studebaker. I don't know that there was a Studebaker there. Oh, Diane says she worked at F&M.
Yeah, Family Farmers and Merchant.
Oh, okay. Back in a moment.
Of sun and clouds, very warm and a bit breezy. Highs low to mid 80s. A front arrives tonight, bringing scattered showers, lows near 60. Showers expected for the first half of our Tuesday. Much cooler tomorrow, highs upper 60s. We'll stay in the mid to upper 60s through Thursday, drying out and seeing sun return, warming to around 70 by Friday. I'm WSBD 22 meteorologist Jessica Burns.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
You know what else they had at the car show outside the Southwest Michigan Regional Airport? Was a Corvair.
Oh, Corvair.
A Monza version of the Corvair. Yeah. And if you remember the Corvair, that was my first dream car. Because again, a buddy of mine growing up, his folks had a wrecking yard.
Yeah.
And so nothing but playground there, old cars stacked up, and you can walk in. One time they brought home a Corvair, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is my car. It had push button transmission.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then I did not do any research on the internet because the internet was not a thing back then.
Correct.
But I did hear through word of mouth, oh, you don't want a Corvair. I think the engines fall out in those. Wasn't it Ralph Nader who went after the Corvair?
Oh, yeah, he went after him hard.
Darn you, Ralph
Basically
Nader.
ran him out of business.
Yeah. Great vehicle. Anyway, so somebody had a Corvair there, and I said, oh, where's the push button? Where's the push button? But it was a manual.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know if they changed the transmission in it or what happened. Maybe when the engine dropped, they decided, it's a good time to do everything.
We'll do something different.
7:50. It's the WSJM morning show. So the car show and the air fly-in and everything else out at Southwest Michigan Regional Airport. Very fun.
Yeah.
Great event.
There was a light blue Carmen Ghia running around downtown St. Joe this weekend.
That was there too.
Yeah.
That was there too.
Convertible. Yeah, it was cool.
They had the engine popped on it, and it was just your typical, four banger in the back, little Volkswagen engine. Beautiful stuff. 7:51. It's the WSJM morning show. We've got the Moody on the Market update. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And Mike decided we wanted to talk about the DNR Boater Survey.
Yeah.
The Boater Survey for our Moody on the Market update. The Michigan Department of Natural Resources is inviting boaters to take a survey to help the department, the DNR, better understand what's important to them. I'm thinking staying afloat and not big waves.
Yeah,
right. That's what's important. Weather. Survey done. No, the survey now online seeks information on public amenities, the services and infrastructure. Answers will help guide how waterway funds are raised by boat registration fees, and a portion of the state gas tax are invested for future generations. The DNR is asking for everyone's input on facility upgrades like enhanced parking, more launch piers, in and out services, and other possible investments at boating access sites. So boaters all across Michigan can make their voices heard now, and we have a link to the survey in the story that's posted at moodyonthemarket.com. So again, the DNR asking boaters, hey, what do you want to see that you're not seeing today?
Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing to do.
It is a cool thing. I assume it's kind of like, the state makes every municipality do a 5-year plan,
right,
so that they can qualify for grants and everything else. I think the same should apply to the state. What's your 5-year plan for these things?
Right.
Even if your administration changes.
Well, especially, I'm sure the summer with the low water, like dredging and whatnot, is a concern for boaters.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So take that survey if you're a boater or even think you want to be a boater, and
if you identify as a boater.
Even if you identify as a float boat. Okay, it's that's the Moody on the Market update. You want to read that article, get to the survey link. It's right there, posted at moodyonthemarket.com. Moody on the Market update brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. It's 7:53. We'll be right back with more on the WSJM Morning Show.
Rich Brand and Tara Halsey from
Okay. You don't boat much, do you? Do you boat?
No, I used to have a boat.
Oh, you used to have a boat?
Yeah, when I lived in Florida, I had a boat.
What kind of boat did you have?
I had a 26-foot Thompson, which is actually a Great Lakes boat, but
a Great Lakes boat or a Great Lakes boat?
It was built for being on the Great Lakes.
Oh,
but for
so
some
very
reason, it ended
stable
up in Florida. Yeah, very stable, heavy boat.
Yeah. Was that like a Dexter boat? Do you know Dexter?
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
like a Dexter boat.
Oh,
Had a
cool.
little cabin to it, and
Oh, very nice.
it was fun. But it's a constant something.
It's a hole in the water, and you pour money in, right?
I mean, when you start carrying, you get it, then you put a toolbox in it, then you start carrying extra belts. It's like many a boat trip turned into a frustrating hair pulling event.
Was it for fishing? Was it built for fishing at all?
Yeah, you could fish off of it, but it was more, my kids were small, and so it was more for just, we would fish off of it, and kids would just, in Florida, you can catch basically a fish anywhere.
Okay.
But
well, that's fun. All right. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Do you have a boat? You ever had a boat?
I have only had kayaks.
Okay.
So I've had two different kayaks, and both. Well, the first one was a sea kayak.
Oh yeah.
And what differentiates a sea kayak from a river kayak is the sea kayak is much more stable and it's longer.
Right.
And so this was a 17-foot kayak, and I used to take it out when I lived out in Seattle, I used to paddle it on Lake Washington, and then I took it up. A friend of mine had a boat, so we dragged it up to the San Juan Islands.
Okay.
And so just going around there, amazing fun. Loved it. Just loved it. And then I eventually sold that. And then when I was here in Michigan, I bought it while I was in Washington, D.C. still, a little fishing kayak.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And catching a fish from a kayak, a fishing kayak, there is no greater thrill.
It is fun.
And I was out in a little tidal basin of the Potomac and caught a largemouth bass while I was in that thing. So much fun because you're right there at water level with the thing, and you're just like, yeah, it was great fun. It was great fun.
I've got it's called a Brooklyn kayak.
What is that?
It's just a manufacturer of kayaks.
Okay.
But it's a 2-person kayak, and it has the pedals on it, so you can pedal and paddle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then also, at one point, when my wife no longer could pedal, then I bought her a trolling motor, sat on the inside. So I'd be back there paddling, and she'd be speeding.
Would she be working against you?
Sometimes.
Oh, boy. All right. Let's get a couple more messages in. I want to do that one. Okay. Yeah, kayaking is fun.
It is.
Where did you take your kayak?
Over there along Harbor Shores, which is Ox Creek or whatever that runs through there. Yeah.
The canal there.
Yeah, you can go way up and around almost by the airport, which is a cool little trip back.
Yeah. I am still astounded by how far and how navigable that waterway was made.
Yeah.
Back when Benton Harbor was building.
Right. It's very cool.
Yeah, steamships and everything else.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild stuff. Anyway, okay. 7:56. It's the WSJM morning show. I know we have more stuff to talk about. You mentioned something else.
Birds.
Oh yeah, the migration of the birds. Let's talk about that briefly.
Yeah. So the number is right now in the air. There are 3,114,600 birds migrating south.
Woof.
Yeah.
That's a lot of birds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the direction.
How do we know there are over 3 million birds?
I think radar. They pick them up on radar.
Wow. Okay.
Speed. The average speed is 31 miles an hour, and their average altitude is 1,300 feet.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's getting up there.
Okay.
And then last night, 285,100 birds crossed over the state of Michigan in migration.
Huh. Okay.
So if you're like, how do you know that? You can go to a website called Birdcast, and they have a dashboard, and it tells you all the information of what birds are migrating. You can hear the bird calls of the birds that are migrating. The birds that are primarily migrating right now are those that eat insects. So they're chasing the insects out.
Okay. We'll be right back to talk more about birds in just a moment on WSJM.
Our community. The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
On the video live stream, we were talking about birds migrating. Bernice says, that's a lot of birds migrating. That is a lot of birds.
Yeah.
You know what you do when there are all those birds migrating?
Don't look up.
Don't look up.
Right.
And if
don't be astounded with your mouth open.
Yeah, well, that'd be the worst thing ever. No, it's good. It's migration time. And I was reading up on this a little bit. What they said was, they being the officials who know stuff about bird migration, it's not the change in temperature.
Yeah.
It's the length of the day.
Yeah.
That triggers them to go, oh, it's time to go to Florida.
Right.
Huh.
Heading south.
Heading south.
Yeah, I noticed my hummingbirds left this past weekend.
Did they leave a note?
No, not even really a wave goodbye. They just booked
hummingbirds are the worst guests. It's like, if you don't like my house, go to a bed and breakfast. Go to an Airbnb.
They're a little bit snooty.
They are snooty.
Yeah.
No, hummingbirds are fun. They're our best friends.
But I've got to put away my feeders now. So.
Oh yeah, clean them before you put them away.
Oh yeah, but you got to clean them every couple of days, otherwise they get fermented, and you got a bunch of drunk birds, and they actually could get sick from.
Oh yeah, you don't want that stuff. You don't want that. We had, every time I see the hummingbird feeders on the YouTube live streams,
yeah,
they've got nothing but like yellow jackets hanging around them.
Yeah,
like crazy.
Yeah,
but the hummingbirds don't seem to mind.
No, hummingbirds are not pushovers.
No,
cute little hummingbird.
They got two.
Yeah.
Yeah. They wear their little cellular cap tilted to the left.
Right, little tinfoil helmet.
Bring it.
Right.
Spinach in their back pocket. All right, it's 7:59. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We've got the latest world and national news from ABC. Coming up next, we do have our local newscast as well. 63 degrees and clear skies in Benton Harbor, 65 in St. Joseph where it's sunny, and 62 in Dowagiac. Boy, the days are getting shorter. We've got a change in the weather coming up, and we'll talk about that in just a moment right here on WSJM. It's 8 o'clock.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. A better